Kazakhstan has contributed to world stability, order and security with its initiatives to strengthen the nuclear non-proliferation and nuclear disarmament. The Republic is rightfully recognized as the leader of the non-proliferation program due to its policy. Today, Kazakhstan is considered as a model for other states. Member of the German Bundestag, Albert Weiler, highlighted that the Parliament of Germany supports peace initiatives of the Republic. He emphasized the merits of Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev as well.
Dort ins Leben gerufen hatte und wenn das von Erfolg gekrönt.
Nursultan Nazarbayev cares not only of his country but also spreads ideas of peace and harmony on the international arena. We are aware of the danger of nuclear weapon and how many deaths it can bring. It would be great if as many countries as possible listen to this initiative and make every effort to avoid using nuclear weapons in the world. Kazakhstan set a good example by banning nuclear weapons and any tests on its land. This is a sign to the whole world. Kazakhstan is placing great emphasis on development of peaceful atom. New technologies should serve to benefit mankind. Thus, scientists in Almaty have developed drugs for diagnosing and treating serious illnesses using nuclear medicine. According to the Institute of Nuclear Physics, drug developers are willing to offer Kazakh and foreign clinics their own efficient components. The components are widely used for early and accurate diagnosis of oncology and the conduct of radiology.
Был план такой, и он сейчас осуществляется, что у нас в Казахстане в каждой области.
There was a plan implemented in Kazakhstan on the establishment of centers and departments of nuclear medicine in each region. They will allow our Kazakh patients who are treated based on quota to undergo both diagnostics and oncology treatment using modern techniques of nuclear medicine. With provision of the equipment and trained specialists, it is possible to run the diagnostic equipment.
Сразу, как появляется оборудование, обучаются специалисты, это несколько месяцев, и уже можно запускать диагностическое оборудование.
Kazakhstan's first president, Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev, initiated the Eurasian integration. This year marks 25 years since the idea about the Economic Association was first suggested in Moscow State University. Back in 1994, Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev offered a project on the establishment of the Eurasian Union of Countries. The Kazakh leader has been promoting this project ever since. 20 years later, the leaders of Kazakhstan, Russia and Belarus signed the Treaty on the Eurasian Economic Union in 2014.
Представляете опыт Назарбаева?
Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev has a tremendous experience and is well informed about many aspects. He was the one who suggested the idea of the Eurasian Economic Union, which was supported by all parties. When he first expressed this idea, everybody was wondering about the project, which then turned out to be a strategic project. The union proved to be effective within the first 5 years. The EAEU turned into a common market of goods, capital and services with 180 million consumers. Kazakhstan made an active contribution to the development of the union.
Успех Казахстана за предыдущие несколько десятилетий.
Kazakhstan is one of the most successful economies among the former Soviet countries. I believe that Kazakhstan's success over the previous decades mainly resulted from the development policy that was set by the Kazakh leaders. At the moment, the market expects Kazakhstan to continue its consistent development within the next few years.
Будет вот эта преемственность в течение следующих лет.
In May this year, leaders of the EAEU countries appointed Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev as an honorary chairman of the Supreme Eurasian Council. Experts believe that Kazakhstan's first president will continue guiding the Eurasian integration.
Нужен какой-то ориентир, четкий, авторитетный ориентир, вокруг которого...
Nursultan Nazarbayev is the experienced politician who can provide guidance during the discussions about the development trends of the Eurasian Economic Union. Kazakhstan's first president underlined that the EAEU should not shut off from other economic associations but serve as a part of the global economic system. This is what I believe Nursultan Nazarbayev will focus on his activities on the new position.
В этом ключе и будет дальше развиваться деятельность Нурсултана Абишевича на этом посту.
Experts believe that EAU should identify a new strategy amid the protectionist wars and determine its development trends in the global trade market. Therefore, Nursultan Nazarbayev's Eurasian mission is expected to contribute to the union's development in order to overcome the new challenges. Toll roads will be constructed in Kyrgyzstan. The Kyrgyz Ministry of Transport offers to introduce payment for use of highways. Allocated budget will be spent on maintaining the highways in proper state and building new roads.
Дорога общепользования, которая будет переведена на платную основу, там тариф.
Tariffs on public roads, which will be transferred to a fee-paying basis, will be tied to average wage. This means that the tariffs will be socially oriented. Regarding the trucks and buses, we tied fees to the wages as well. However, the tariff will be smaller. The road consists of 6 soms, 4 trucks per kilometer.
Для грузового транспорта около 6 сомов за километр.
The Ministry of Transport proposes to include international roads into the number of toll roads. The international roads carry a big load.
Если берется плата за эти проездные платные дороги, то они должны быть.
If roads are charged, then they are supposed to be of good quality. They should be opened on time and we should be able to use it at any season of the year. The roads must be lighted at night. However, there should be free roads as options. According to the Kyrgyz Ministry of Transport, there will be gradual transition to toll roads. Initially, the commercial vehicles will have to pay, followed by private cars. The system of the payment on highways will be introduced close to 2025. According to the economists' calculations, transport workers will have up to 30% of finances that are spent on repair of the highways each year. The watermelon harvesting season has started in Tajikistan. Early ripening varieties such as Nexia, Ataman and Photon are some of the most popular varieties. Emomali Nurov grows crimson watermelons which ripen in 1 month and a half. They are also resistant to harsh weather conditions and are easy to maintain. We have about 4 harvests per year. This is the second harvest. Buyers collect watermelons from the field and I don't have to go to the market. Jaikhun district provides some of the best conditions to grow watermelons. The air temperature in the region can be as high as 55 degrees Celsius. According to the farmers, local watermelons are sweet without chemical treatment. It is important to water and fertilize the fruits in time and not to damage the skin. The crops should be taken care of well. Local watermelons are delivered to all regions in Tajikistan. According to the Tajik Ministry of Agriculture, southern farmers harvested more than 20,000 tons of watermelons this year, which is 12,000 tons higher than last year. An international FinTech company opened its office at the Astana International Financial Center. According to Indian entrepreneur and mentor Sufyan bin Uzair, the location for the office is selected due to the fact that Kazakhstan is located in the very center of the region, which makes the country an excellent location for the development of FinTech. Sufyan bin Uzair is also planning to spread this experience throughout the entire Central Asian region. The company offers financial and educational technological solutions and allows Kazakh startups and entrepreneurs who are not fluent in English to acquire information about the latest e-commerce innovations in Russian.
When I got here, I noticed that all the FinTech publications there in English, and some of the brightest minds of this country, they are very fluent in Russian and Kazakh, but English is not their strongest first language. So that's why we started a FinTech publication in Russian, and we're also going to launch a Kazakh version of it soon, to bring the latest FinTech news and updates and everything about the world of finance and technology to the young minds here in the country. And we hope it will be beneficial for them.
Kazakhstan is adopting the Finnish experience in teaching school children business literacy. As part of the Youth Year in Kazakhstan, a project has been launched to develop entrepreneurial skills among students. The first stage of the project was 5-day training for teachers and instructors. They will work with future business people. Experts use the Me and My City Finnish program as a guideline. The program covers important topics related to economy, society, entrepreneurship, and formation of the business environment.
Основные моменты это такие как что такое общение в коллективе.
Students learn how to communicate within a team, how to take account risks, distribution of money and financial literacy. They also find out what society is and what kind of taxes in society. These are the main points of the project. We are not limited to classroom work only. We will create a YouTube channel that will help children to complete tasks. We also want to show success stories of the children. Comics will be used for these purposes.
Показывать историю успеха ребят самих. У нас будет использоваться комиксы.
Experts said that skills gained at the end of the project will be a preparatory stage for further training in basics of entrepreneurship course developed by Almaty National Chamber. From Holy Turkistan to Nursultan unique exhibition was opened in the National Museum of Kazakhstan ahead of the day of the Kazakh capital. The exposition features more than 60 exhibits from the Nur-Sultan Historical and Cultural Reserve Museum, including rare manuscripts, works by great philosophers of the past, bronze lamps of Amir Timur, a flag tip, and a model of an ancient large cooking pot, the Thai Kazan.
Сама выставка состоит из 3 разделов. Первый раздел посвящен наследию Ходжа Ахмед Яссави.
The exhibition consists of 3 sections. The first section features the legacy of Khoja Ahmed Yassawi. The second section covers official visits of Kazakhstan's first president, Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev, to the city of Turkistan. There is a Quran which was gifted by first president Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev to the mausoleum of Khoja Ahmed Yassawi in the second section. The third section of the exhibition contains photographs taken by traveler Kun, who visited the city of Turkistan in late 19th century, and these photographs are from his Turkistan album.
В конце 19 века посетил город Туркестан, и вот эти фотографии из туркестанского альбома.
According to the event organizers, the exhibition reflects the magnificent history and the rich culture of the land of the Great Steppe and promotes historical and holy sites of southern Kazakhstan, which is visited by more than 1 million tourists every year.
Мы для жителей города Нур-Султан и для гостей города Нур-Султан организовываем эту выставку, тем самым привлекаем гостей нашей
We
страны.
arranged this exhibition in the Kazakh capital in order to attract the residents and visitors of the city of Nur-Sultan to visit the city of Turkestan. More than 1 million people visit Turkestan every year. We would like to contribute to the increase of the number of tourists by holding our exhibitions, because Turkestan is the holy capital of Kazakhstan. Last year, Turkestan was visited by 1.04 million tourists. We would like to increase this number up to 1.1 million this year and gradually to 5 million of tourists in 3 to 5 years.
И постепенно увеличивать. И через года 3-5 число туристов привести к 5 миллионам.
Previously, exhibits of the Nur-Sultan Reserve Museum were showcased in Turkey, Greece, and Russia. The exhibition of the rare items is open for the residents and visitors of the Kazakh capital until the end of July. The exposition is set to be exhibited in a number of other Kazakh cities as well. The Almaty Korean Theater actors have presented the Commander Hon Bom Do performance in Seoul. The performance is based on true stories. The well-known commander was deported to Kazakhstan in 1937 and worked in the Korean theater in Kizilorda as a fireman and watchman. He watched a performance about himself in 1942, just a year before his death. Today, Hon Bom Do is one of the most famous heroes in South Korea who fought for the country's independence. The play has garnered high interest.
The
Ministry of Culture fully subsidizes starting with performances, ending with our trips abroad as part of the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program. We introduce the diverse culture of Kazakhstan to our Korean spectators.
Мы патриоты и Кореи, но Казахстана.
We are patriots both of Korea and Kazakhstan, but mostly of Kazakhstan because our homeland, graves, children and roots are there. We remember how Kazakhs welcome our grandfathers during the hardships.
Нашим дедам тяжело, как они нас принимали.
Spectators were surprised by how actor Alisher Makhpirov can speak Korean fluently. He studied Korean language for 2 years at the Abay Kazakh National Pedagogical University to keep up with other actors.
действительно настоящий патриот своей страны.
He is a true patriot of the country. There is a certain pride for this person that he lived in Kazakhstan and contributed to the country.
Он вот такое свою лепту внес.
적재적소에 잘 배치된 거 그리고 전체적인
I enjoyed it. The actors were chosen very well. I learned a lot about Han Bom Do. Many thanks to the Kazakh theater. Artists from Almaty often tour in South Korea. Residents of both countries are interested in sharing experiences and strengthening cultural ties. Kazakh traditional culture and folk music instruments are gaining popularity among European audiences. Kazakh dance ensemble Sultanate held successful performances in Belgium. The team took part in the 36th World Folklore Festival held in Saint-Ghislain, southern Belgium. The artists also performed several solo concerts in Brussels and other cities. At the festival's gala opening, Kazakhstan was presented as a country which brings together ancient traditions and modern developments, while the Kazakh folk music was promoted as an artistic reflection of the nomadic culture. The Kazakh culture is a unique feature of this festival. Our costumes are one of a kind and the music is different. In general, there is nothing similar to our culture. Some cultures are alike, but our culture cannot be compared to anything. The ensemble can perform a wide range of traditional dances of many cultures. However, the artist has demonstrated only Kazakh folk dances in Europe to the music by Kazakh composers, including Kazakh traditional music pieces such as Aday, Balbi Rawin, and Bozingen. Dances such as Aldar Kose and Kayranjir Mabes were particularly well received by the audience in Brussels. We are impressed by the way you value your culture and pass the traditions from generation to generation. It is the opposite in Europe, where folk traditions are becoming forgotten. We should follow your example. The performers are highly professional. It is the first time I listened to the Kazakh music. Even if we didn't understand the language, we were enchanted by the melody and rhythm of the music. We felt the hospitality and the generosity of the Kazakh people. The audience was captivated by the performing skills of the Kazakh artists. Sultanate Ensemble performed 10 concerts in Belgium. The team will also perform in France, Bulgaria, and Poland.
Filming of the historical series about Kasym Khan will start soon in the Turkistan region. Well-known Turkish film director Metin Günay, who directed Ertugrul series, will work on the Kazakh film project. It will consist of 4 seasons and 75 episodes per season. All the actors involved in the filming are Kazakh.
Kendi yaşadığı gerçek toprak ve coğrafyada çekmek için
I'm glad to be here. I appreciate that I get to know this region. Kazakhs and Turkish people share one history. We will start filming the series about this grand historical person soon. The crew are looking for the places and locations that will be right for filming. This is a very big project and has a historical significance. Turkish director Metin Günay has written the script for the film and visited such historical cities such as Otrar, Sarayshik, and Sauran. The film crew is getting prepared. Development of the costume designs and props is underway.
One of the popular symbols of Central Asia is beautiful and strong horses. Humans tamed horses for the first time on the territory of the Great Steppe. This is evidenced by many proven historical artifacts. The nomads valued and cherished horses since long time ago and respectfully calling them wise animals. Today, tulpar is an integral part of Kazakh culture. Horses are actively bred in all regions in Kazakhstan based on the precepts of ancestors. Kazakhs say that a horse is a man's wing. This gracious animal should be appreciated. The horse's soul should be understood. Each horse has its own character, which should be taken into consideration. The Aday horses are being bred here. These animals are tougher and stronger than the regular breeds since they can tolerate both heat and cold. They can drink seawater and are not choosy with food since they can eat hard grass. They easily are able to walk long distances. There are recorded cases when these horses walked up to 300 kilometers in a day.
Başka atlardan ерекшелігі бұлардың жүрек
They differ from other horses. Their heart rate is slower. This helps them. For example, if a horse should have 64 beats per minute on average, then the Adai breed horse has around 32 to 38 or 40 beats per minute. Amangali Bakhdabayev has been breeding horses for 30 years. He said that these are smart and very tender animals. If it is possible to find an approach to them, they become ultimate helpers. The horse breeder reveals all the secrets of mastery to the younger generation. He has trained over 100 horses. Furthermore, these horses were trained to play Kokpar and Tenge Alu games.